Welcome back. So I've gotten the Sullivan blade. Got enough iridium to get it close to 300 damage. I'll need Dragon Bone to make a better version, which I will obviously give to Iron Bull once that's done.
She's taking to the air.
Yes, she is. And herein lies the problem. Anyway, I will deal with her. All I need damn it. Is I just need to get into a position where I can save. That's all I'm asking for. And I wanted that just to be able to switch her staff. Anyway. Here comes the dragons. The small ones. Well, I love how the wings. How did he revive though? Hey, it hardly matters, does it? This is much easier than I thought it would be, if I'm quite honest. Like, it's already half HP. It is going down. Alright, the ads are on their way. That thing needs to die. No! Don't. That's a stupid idea. That's a stupid idea.
I'm fine. But the first blast took a few hairs off my head.
There's still ads. I'll deal with them. What a fight, though. Very annoying the first time I did this one, but then again, that was my first run of the game. There's things I've learned since then. Alright, so Dragon is dead. And with that, the hinterlands is clear. Now, where do we go? Well, back into the Dales, I imagine, in Orlais. Places to clear, people to kill, all that kind of stuff.
Madame Vivienne!
The amount of damage I'm capable of doing now on the Inquisitor is a bit amazing, isn't it? Hey, he's got a 300 damage sword. Blackwall has a 300 damage axe. I need more 300 damage weapons. There are certainly some dragons which are gonna be a bit trickier than that. There's the 3 dragons in the in Prix de Lyon. It's actually, well, obviously it's worse because of the damage, but, and I didn't make that deadly resolute specter. Anyway, so accessories. Not gonna take that, though I am gonna take the willpower 1. That's yeah, you know what? That heal bonus might be the most important item I actually have there. Heal on kill, armor penetration. Let's go with armor penetration. I gotta wonder about armor though. I mean, the one I have is absolutely piss, but well, not really matters most of the time with Vivienne, does it? Could probably make something better at this stage. Or can I? Either way, you know, I'm probably better suited if I just teleport. Although, I believe there was a quarry there. Anyway, I'll just clear it one step at a time.
Inquisitor.
I don't think the dragonids will bother me all that much. How do I get up there? There is a way, but...
Say whatever you're thinking, darling. If you hold it in any longer, your face will split apart.
No, I don't want to bother you.
It's your face.
It's just, I was wondering how you got your nickname, Madame de Fer.
It was kindly bestowed by a marquise, sadly no longer with us.
All right, that's a good one. I'm writing that down for later.
Of all the people to get conversations for, I get them between Vivian and Varric. They're not really the most interesting ones.
Well, that screams up to no good.
I suppose that's true enough. Anyway. So, did I do the fallow mire? Yes. With the exception of a locked door. Wait, didn't I believe I actually had a rogue one doing that anyway. So, Hinterlands cleared, Storm Coast clear, Fallow Mire cleared, Western Approach cleared. I've cleared most of the most of those areas. Of the areas that I've gotten access to. There's still obviously the So I've leveled up. I didn't even notice until this point. Okay, guard generation, stamina, mana regeneration, damage resistance. That's kind of useful, but rather annoying that, yeah, I had dealt with that, open the door. So it's just bugged. Unless there's some door beneath here, but I doubt that's the case. Nope. Right, so Falomire, Hinterlands, Storm Coast, Crest... Well, wait. I see. Yeah, I almost actually forgot about poor Crestwood. Anyway. What? I can't... I can't use that camp right there for some reason. I know some people that like to try out various scenarios in the worlds they play in. I'm not interested in that. Well, to be fair, I've made some decisions previously. Like, I played Origins like 7 times, I believe, and I went with different Origins. Dwarf Noble, Dwarf Commoner. Commoner. Not really Commoner. Carta, basically. Castless, that is. Human Noble, Dalish Elf. And, well, that's kind of it. I never cared about the City Elf origin. I found that one to be particularly weak. Not that I think the Dalish Elf one was that interesting either, to be honest with you. But my point is that, yeah, I did go with that, and I did make some choices. Templars, mages, the Templar mage choice, for instance. I sometimes went with the Templars just because, you know, I like the Templars more than I like the mages. I was like an order of knights dedicated to protecting against evil. It's kind of the core of what the Templars should be, of course. Yeah, Origins probably had the most grit of the entire series, if I'm honest with you. That's probably why some people like it far more, or consider it the best game in the series. I don't. I think that even though Inquisition lacks the grit it had...
Need something?
Yeah.
Farewell, then. A fine day to you.
I think Inquisition approaches certain things that Origins never attempted to. And that's why, well, admittedly, there's a personal bias in why I like Inquisition more. Obviously, I am religious, and it may not mean a lot to a huge amount of people that have never, you know, seen it, but media, like, outside of specific media dealing with just that subject matter, media doesn't tackle the issue of religious debates. It doesn't do them well, or at all, really. Like, there's never a point like this game does, and I feel it does it in a very good way. So that's what I like about Inquisition. personally. I understand that for a lot of people that don't give a fuck either way about religion, you know, in the sense, you know, either they're religious but they don't care to argue it in any way, shape, or form. There's a lot of people, probably the vast majority of Christians, or atheists, agnostics that also don't give a fuck to think about it. More so agnostics than atheists, probably. Then, you know, I get why they wouldn't care, but it's interesting for someone that does care one way or another. Well, isn't this curious? Still, the original point about going with different choices, I don't much care for that one at this stage. Let's see. Probably just going into the keep, really, at this point. Want to make a bet that yeah, I'm probably going in. So that's just like a shortcut to get to the beach. Like when it comes to things like, why would I ever go with Harrowmont, for instance? Like really, like there are certain things I could see, you know, making different decisions on, but it's like, why would you go for the person who's like, oh yeah, these people that have no rights and they are treated like worse than literal slaves? That's what the Castlists are? Yeah, who gives a fuck about that? Well, but it's interesting, like, it's a shitty world state, and I have no interest in ever dealing with that. Fuck Harrowmont. Branca is an irrelevant choice, whatever you pick, so that doesn't really matter one way or another, because BioWare is like, yeah, you know, this thing that could change the whole course of the war between dwarves and Darkspawn, don't care. In fact, that's probably one of the biggest disappointments I have with what BioWare has been doing with Dragon Age. They looked at Origins and saw, well, most people played human. Yeah, most people will play human. You know what the best storyline of Origins was, without a shadow of a doubt? The dwarf one. Balin, Harrowmont. Not Branca. No, just to be clear, not Branca, not the Anvil. You know, the problem is BioWare seems to having to not be interested in ever doing anything like the Harrowmont Balin plotline, and instead doing more Branca plotlines. That's kind of like what the Descent is. Oh, here's this secret in the Deep Roads. Yeah, who gives a shit? Alright, so let me see here actually. Okay, collections. Where there we go. Alright, and then regions in Crestwood. Okay, I've discovered all the regions in Crestwood. So all I have to do is go to the Flooded Ruins and deal with the Rage Demon. But I don't get why Bioware, you know, when it comes to dwarves, I don't get why Bioware thinks that the best way to go with the dwarves is do pretty much what everyone else has done about the dwarves. Really. Or dwarven lands. What was interesting about the dwarves was the politicking,
What does this lead?
their unique situation in Orzammar. It's basically like Orzammar is essentially Constantinople in a sense. While the enemy are at the gates and the city is about to fall, people are stabbing each other for power and influence. It's literally what Constantinople is. Or, well, was. That is.
Come on, let's find that Fade Rift.
You lead. I always get turned around underground.
Look at this. How deep do these caves run?
Fairly deep. I think there's a lot of demons, if I remember correctly. Stormheart. Oh, by the way, if you want to kill the High Dragon in this place, do it after dealing with this, because that's a Storm Dragon. Don't deal with the Storm Dragon in an actual storm. The one on the Storm Coast was enough, I see it. Ah, okay. Go up there.
There's dwarven ruins down here.
This area is more storied than I thought.
That's a big ass rage demon. Well, that's gonna be useful. That's a rift. There are other things around this place, by the way. The ultimate point is obviously to close the rift, but...
Are you positive you know where we're going?
I feel a draft. There must be a way out nearby.
Okay, I'm just gonna deal with the rift before anything else. Because finding the way out is not the ideal course of action. I mean, I could always go the same way I entered, that's not the problem. Already have a high enough approval with Solus, so that's not a problem. That's an interesting little operation right there. Alright, first off, I'll go down to wherever this place leads. Nope, not interested. All those items, they're only really useful in getting you some power from the operations, but that's just irrelevant, really. Especially with Trespasser, because you can actually literally buy power.
By the rift, demons!
More coming!
Oh, sods. That should stop any more corpses from strolling about.
Let's tell the mayor.
Alright, we dealt with Crestwood. I could scale enemies up to my level. I am not interested in doing that. You know why? Because it would not make things actually more challenging, it would just make fights longer because it would increase the HP of enemies. And fuck doing that. I wonder if those artifacts, those elven artifacts, will play any role in the next Dragon Age game.
Thugs seem light down here.
Hey, I wanted my Nug skin. What can I say?
Goodbye!
The weather is cleared and Crestwood is safe. Again. It's a damn mess, but it's safe.
Yes?
The rage demon in the caves is dead, as you commanded.
I had no doubts. Now that my go then.
Down you go!
Yes?
The rage demon in the caves is dead, as you commanded.
I had no doubts. Now that my sovereignty has been respected, I can depart this unchanging nightmare. Your reward. Use it well.
I seriously can't believe that worked.
see you.
What do you mean the mayor's gone?
A letter of confession from the mayor? It says he was the one who flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago. To stop the blight from spreading.
I knew he was nervous about more than the undead.
That sorry bastard. He left before he could get caught.
The mayor's racked with guilt. If he hadn't confessed, I doubt we'd have found out.
Well, we have found out. And now he gets to pay the consequences for that decision. There's still that high dragon in there in Crestwood that I will kill. Probably won't be that difficult of a fight. I think it only puts lightning on you, really. And I can deal with that, no problem. Just cleanse the whole thing. Bunch up, use cleanse when he activates that. Easy.
Worship.
Crestwood has had no further trouble with the undead.
After what happened, it will take time for the village to recover.
Alright, yeah, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Anyway, Costin here on Serious Gaming signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.